All right, looking to round things up, we're talking the Creative Champions Tournament. Yes, you heard that. That is basically a tournament, a league for privately owned clubs. And with how it's turned out in its third installment, it's looking really, really good. And hearty congratulations. We've had a quick substitution here. And of course, we had, not forgetting, this man is still here. Jibalade is still here with us because his team, Remo Stars, Beyond Limit, I beg your pardon. Again, you know, because Remo Stars only guys, you know, Beyond Limit are champions for the third time, a hat-trick of wins. What's that feeling like for you guys?
Well, for us, it's about development. So we play to develop the players. And so the objective every year is, can the players be better? And if we find the players getting better, then we're winners, irrespective of where we finish on the log. But it feels good to win, but the objective is always to develop the players.
I hear you clearly. And of course, we have a quick substitution, like I stated. Zubairu Jaffet joins us, the club administrator for Valiant FC. They are the creative competitions, like the FA Cup of the creative competition winners. Thanks for coming through. How's it going?
Thank you very much for having us. It's going on well.
Okay. By the way, did you guys win any trophy? Because I don't know what's going on. Or they just say, oh, you won. Is that what happens?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
So you had your trophy there. Put it here, put it there.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any trophies has been here, I've had the pleasure of the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
The Bundesliga shield in the studio. I've had the pleasure of the Champions League trophy brought by Carlos Puyol in the studio. Even the NPFL trophy has come here. Which trophy has not been here? They should call us Trophy FC because that's basically what we do. All right, guys, take us through, because again, I thought it was just the league that was happening. Apparently, there's more to the Creative Championship.
Yeah. So we have the league and we have the cup on the other hand. So it is like my colleague said, is to kind of appreciate the talent, help them develop, and then it's about creating more competitive games so that these guys are able to play, and that's why we have the cup as well alongside the league.
What created the vision for this particular league or tournament?
The idea was to create more competitive games because without competition, the talents won't develop. So it's even from friendly matches and preparing these players for Europe. In Europe, they have to play week in, week out. And some of our boys never play week in, week out till they are 20, 21. So it's not the best environment. So we want them from 16, 17 to get the idea of, we're training in the week and at the weekend there's a game we're looking ahead to, and there's 3 points at stake, and there's, there's pressure, there are a bit of fans, and there's a social media angle to it because we're very, the presence of the league and the social media is very strong, and so there's that pressure that comes with it, and it helps them to form, every part of their football development.
Perhaps as part of the benefit of playing this creative league, the fact that you play on very good pitches, did it get to help you guys when you went to America to play this tournament that you actually went to play? Because for kids who are not used to playing on such superb tournaments, on encountering it in America, perhaps they will be gazing while the actual game was going on. But you guys seem to be at home because you've witnessed, thanks to the Creative League. Don't you think so?
Yes, I think the Creative Championship already put us at an advantage because the boys are used to competition. And in America, we played every single day, but they're used to it. So there's the optimal preparation for them. And the pitches in Ikene, in Legacy, in Mobology Johnson, fantastic turf. And so when we got to the IMG Academy, it was a similar level of ball behavior, so we could adapt easily.
All right, now, Jaffet, I just said the different pitches are called, and I realized, wait a minute, that's not just one location. Where is this happening?
So we play across Ogun State and Lagos State. So we have about 6 teams for this season from Lagos and the other 4 from Ogun. Initially, it started with equal teams from the 2 states. But now we play across Ijebu, Ikene, Legacy, and there's a host of other stadiums that we make use of. So yes, that's how we operate.
Now, Is it open for all, or there are criterias club sides have got to meet to be a part of it? Because now I've heard you say in the first 3 editions, the first was just 8 teams, now second 10, third 10. It seems as though you guys are putting strict measures around so you don't just have anybody come through.
Yes, first you have to be a serious-minded fellow. You know, of course, we know how it is with football in Nigeria. Everybody wants to get in and all, but about having the right structures to operate is what we are very concerned about. So when we say the right structure, we need you to have everything in place, like your media works, you have coverage, you know, for your team well enough to help us create content. So if you are not serious-minded and you are not playing in the 3rd division, the NLO1, you know, you cannot be a part of the TCC. So yes, these are some of the basic requirements. Some of that.
Now, Mike, if there's anything I find interesting, I mean, both of the gentlemen here have alluded to it, is the fact that beyond what you were doing, you must understand that every sporting activity is a media event. And the fact that they're taking the social media angle very seriously, because that's where the visibility is. You need to have some sense of it. Even if you want visa, people go check your social media first before they speak to you. And that they're taking that very seriously. It's a far separation from what we have had with teams in the
conventional teams
now.
Yeah, and for me, that's why these guys are going places. Just like when we're talking about what these guys did in America. When I saw the goal, I said, "Is that Aputaziem?" He quickly said yes. I got to know about that kid from social media. Now, these guys made sure they did their homework well. Even the guys like Bagada in time past, they made sure that in time past, OG and I used to go to the National Legacy to watch that team. And whenever you get to go there, you know that, listen, I've come for you. They welcome you at the gate. There's that sense of security. There's that sense that I've come to an organized place. And not where you're going to a normal game, you're afraid where you park your car. Perhaps your side mirror might be stolen. You might not come meeting one of your tires not in your car. You might even end up being harassed at this. But most of this, we didn't get to witness. So this sort of encourages people because they've already exposed this in the social media and eyeballs are on it. So I think that is the way to package, to package a product. These guys are sure going places.
I hear you clearly on that, and I think that goes a long way. First and foremost, the fact that these young players are exposed to proper playing turf. That is very important, you know, if you ask me. Beyond that also, they have a well-structured league system they're running with. And you like it or not, when scouts come, there's no excuse for any player anyway.
And nutrition, they might also be working on nutrition, I believe.
Yes, we are.
Because all those things are pretty crucial at that stage to aid their growth. If not, you might have a kid of 17 looking 13 because, the right food and the rest of them wasn't really.
All right. Now, Lumide, you need to tell me exactly, now the league is ended, the cup is ended. We don't know the time it runs because I have people watching this and thinking, when does it run? I mean, like he said he went to watch it. People would like to come watch. So when is the next season going to kick off? How long does it kick off? How long does it run for?
Usually the league and the cup, they run concurrently. And it's usually over 6 months. And we start in September and end in March. And so there are matches every weekend, and sometimes we have midweek games, depending on the schedule. We try to finish the league before the beginning of the NLO season so that we can have competitive games all through the year.
Okay, so I guess you guys do not want to clash with the NLO since most of the teams also come from the NLO. Yeah. I think it's great. First and foremost, I must congratulate Beyond Limits, champions of, well, perennial champions, if you want to put it that way,
back to back
of the Creative Championship, and of course Valiant FC. They are also champions of the Creative Cup, and all the best. We are excited about things like this. We want to see more people come through with competitions that are very, very much appreciated. Great to have you guys come through, and all the best in your endeavors. Mike, always a pleasure as always. It's been a great run out, as we say here, as it is. All the best to these two sides here. Excitement with Israel Adesanya. We are happy with how things have turned with him. And for you all out, have yourself a great, great evening. As always, don't crack under pressure. Now, let's get me so. I don't work out.